Along the Buford Pusser Highway between Adamsville and Selmer, 4 miles out of Adamsville, about 8 miles if you're coming from Selmer, will be this memorial for the site of his crash and his death. And that sign is really leaning. You would kind of think somebody would straighten this up. Okay, since we're going to try to separate some facts from myth, here's what I've been able to put together from reliable sources. First of all, this in 1974 was not a 4-lane. It would have been a 2-lane road. Second, you notice there's a great big spot here like a pull-off, and I don't think that's intentional even for this. I believe that is more than likely the actual old 2-lane road with a little ditch and this bank that his car would have come up, bounced across to where it hit its final resting place. Now, there's a lot of speculation on this. He was coming from Adamsville, which was this direction, down this road, headed towards Selmer, which is about 8 miles in that direction. Was he speeding? Probably. He was a guy with money in a Corvette. Was he drinking? There's a good chance of that. He'd been out previously that night. Drinking and driving was not uncommon in that era. You know, unless you were going all over the road, you weren't even going to get pulled over. That's just the way it was then. Did he simply get distracted by something? Maybe messing with the radio. Who knows? He could have dropped something. Whatever caused him to run off the road and have this crash. The other theory is that he was murdered, that he was somehow run off the road, and most people like that theory because that sits better with building the legend, I guess. But more than likely, it was just an accident. The man had been out of office 4 years at this point. If someone had wanted to take him out, they would have done it somewhere in that 4-year span if revenge had been an issue. So my guess is it was simply an accident. And again, with cars of that era, Corvettes made out of fiberglass, any kind of wreck, it wasn't that uncommon to have an accident where a car burst into flames. Much less likely for that to happen in the era we live in now, not the way stuff was built in the late 60s, early 70s.